here at Houghton Lake today. We came up to check out the fishing that's out here, and you know what? We've had kind of a weird winter because we've had a lot of warm spells, so a little bit of snow. So you want to find out anything about the fish that's going on at Houghton Lake, come down here to LYMAN'S. This is the guy you talked to, Kurt. Kurt, why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on this year?
Well, this has been a very unusual year for us up here. We get a start to the season, we get some ice on there, and then it warms up and we lose a little bit. So it's been a lot of stops and starts. But fortunately, the timing has been where maybe there's 3 days where we didn't recommend anybody go out, and then we get freezing weather and it heals everything up again, and then we're back to fishing. So we're kind of in that period right now still. We really haven't exited that. So what we need to do is we just check the weather every day. We see what the forecast is, and we check the thickness of the ice, we check the shorelines, and so there's some days that we recommend you don't go out, or you don't go out with a machine. Sometimes you go out with a machine, but it's all depends on the weather, and it's very difficult to predict. So sometimes rain will hurt it, and other times rain will help it. And you just never know until it happens.
Until it happens. And we got one of those kind of years going. Now, I'm seeing a lot of shanties out there yet, though. Is the ice pretty good?
Yeah, the ice right now is pretty solid. We're measuring, I don't like to necessarily give the thicknesses, but where our shanties are located, which is about a half a mile from shore, we're on about between 10 and 12 inches of good solid ice.
Okay, and that's the one thing you want to watch here in Houghton Lake too, because there are springs and rivers that come in, and some of those can be a lot. The ice can be a lot thinner, and you're going to have to be careful out there.
You do.
And so now, people come in and help. They're going, I don't know whether I should go to the weather's, but can they call you?
Yeah, just call us. Call us, and we'll tell you. And we'll tell people too. We're not going to check anything for 3 days, let's say, because there's a storm coming in, or warm weather coming in, or rain coming in, and we just can't predict it.
Okay, so with the kind of year we've had, what has the fishing been like?
So fishing's been pretty decent for most days for most people. We've had, this year it's been really good for northern pike, perch, and the perch are actually a lot nicer size now. We're seeing bigger ones now. And bass have been exceptionally active. Walleye, it's a tough lake to fish for walleye. There's a very small window, generally speaking, which is about 45 minutes, and that's about it.
Oh, that's
right by dark.
When is a good time to go out?
Anytime you can.
Well, obviously.
So the best time for walleye, there is a morning bite, and so first thing in the morning, but the best bite for walleye on this lake is definitely right before dark.
And what about the perch and the pike and stuff? Any time of the day?
Perch and pike are active, as well as bass. Or for the most part, they're the most active fish all day long.
Okay.
Now, what we haven't talked about is the bluegill and crappie. So those bluegill, the bluegill fishermen they guard their spots. They won't admit they're catching them. So it's one of those where we know they're out there, we've seen them, but those two fish, you need to drill a lot of holes to be successful out here, because we have so much room for them to roam. Okay. So you drill a lot of holes. The best strategy, drill a lot of holes and then go back and keep checking each hole until you find the school, and then your holes are pre-drilled to follow the school. Okay. So that's the key to catching and staying on the wall, or the bluegill and crappie out here.
See, I told you, if you want to come up here and find out the right information, you talk to this guy right here. He's got it going on. A lot of people come in here. If you need any of these winter needs that you're going to be out there fishing, or you actually got chips and pops and other.
Yeah, we like to say we have everything you need for a day on the lake.
There you go. Yeah, there it is. Hey, get up here, stop in at LYMAN'S, find out what the fishing's like, and then get out there and catch some fish.
Cool. Excellent.
All right. Thank you.